Students, hi students, how are you? I hope everyone is very happy with session 1. Now I'm taking session 2. In this session 2 is very important for you. I want to explain in this session proving of irrational numbers. So we'll go to some video. So already explained in last session rational number and irrational. What is rational number? So number which can write in p by q. So p by q, irrational number which we cannot write in p by q. Okay, now irrational numbers, examples of rational number is 2 by 3, 4 by 5 and etc. Examples of irrational is root 2, root 3, root 5 etc. Now how to prove that root 2, root 3, root 5 is irrational? So just to take it as prove that root 2 is irrational. So here directly we can't say that root 2 is irrational, so I'm assuming, means it is actually root 2 but I'm taking irrational number. Suppose assume that root 2 is a rational, because why I'm taking rational here, irrational numbers we can't write in p by q, so we can't do anything. So that I'm just imagine, suppose it is a rational. If I get any mistake here, definitely it should be a irrational. So I'm trying to write root 2 in the form of p by q. If I'm not writing in the form of p by q, definitely it is a irrational. So that assume means just imagine. Assume that root 2 is rational. We know that rational number in the form of p by q. So that the value of root 2 is equal to a by b. Here condition is very important. A by b. A comma b are co-prime. What is meaning of co-prime? Means the common factor of the two numbers is 1. For example 5 comma 6, common factor is 1, because factors of 5 is 1 comma 5, factors of 6 is 1 comma 2 comma 3 and 6. What is the common factor here? 1. So 5 comma 6 are called co-prime numbers. So like that a is a by b are two co-prime numbers. Now here is a root is there. How to remove the square root? By doing squaring on both sides. So I'm doing here squaring on both sides. So root 2 whole square is equal to a by b whole square. So square root cancel here. 2 is equal to a square by b square. Just do cross multiplication. Denominator it going to numerator. 2b square is equal to a square. Consider as equation 1. This step is very important for us because we are using in another sphere. So 2b square is equal to a square. So then b square is equal to a square by 2. So here if you observe that 2 divides a square. 2 divides a square. Then definitely if 2 divides a square, definitely then 2 divides a. When 2 divides a square or 2 divides a means 2 is a factor of a. But here is a comma b are having common factor is 1, but here we got a is a factor, 2 is a factor of a. Just I'm checking if b also having another factor or not. Just for that purpose, when 2 is a factor of a, definitely the a value is multiples of 2. So here a is equal to 2 into c. What is c? C is any number. We don't know that number, so I'm taking as number. In place of c, we can take any alphabet, means a, b, c, d, whatever. Here I am using a, b, so I'm taking here c. The value of a is equal to 2 into c. The value of a is equal to 2 into c. I'm doing again squaring on both sides. So SOB, squaring on both sides. A square is equal to 2c whole square. That in the thing, but a square is equal to 2 square is 4c square. But already from equation 1 I told you that step is important. See here a square is equal to 2b square. So here the a square value is 2b square. I'm substituting in place of a square. So 2b square is equal to 4c square from equation 1. Okay, remember it. So here b square is equal to 4 by 2 c square. So b square is equal to 2 1s are 2 2s are 2c square. So b square by 2 is equal to c square. What is meaning of b square by 2? If 2 divides b square, then definitely 2 divides b. So but here 2 divides b square, then 2 divides b means 2 is a factor of b. But here as a condition, here a comma b are co-prime numbers, means a b are having a common factor is 1, but here a is also having another common factor and b also having another common factor, means a comma b are having other than 1 factors. So that root 2 is a irrational. Why irrational? Because our assumption, what is assumption? Assumption is wrong. What is assumption? You know that already we assumed here. Assumed. What is assumed? Root 2 is a rational. If it is not a rational, definitely root 2 is irrational. Our assumption is wrong. How you can say that it is wrong? Because a comma b are having a common factor 2. So but as we taking condition a comma b as common factor is 1, but here we proved not only 1, a comma b are having another common factor, that is 2, so it is wrong. So finally root 2 is not a rational. It is not a rational mean definitely it is a irrational. So I'm going to another example. Right, prove that root 3 is irrational. So same process here. So whatever number it will be, same process will be continue. But here also we can't do this proof directly. I'm taking indirect version. Assume that root 3 is root 3 is a rational. Root 3 is a rational. Every rational number in the form of a by b. A comma b are co-prime. A comma b are co-prime. So a comma b are co-prime. Okay, squaring on both sides. So root 3 whole square is equal to a by b whole square. Square root cancel. 3 is equal to a square by b square. 3 is equal to a square by b square. So doing squaring on both sides, square root cancel. 3 is equal to a square by b square. Just do cross multiplication. 3b square is equal to a square. So b square is equal to a square by 3. Already I told you this step is important. 3b square is equal to 1. Consider the equation 1. b square is equal to a square by 3. What is the meaning of a square by 3? So if 3 divides a square, then 3 divides a. Therefore 3 is a factor of a, and if 3 is a factor of a, definitely the value of 3 is in terms of a. So a is equal to 3c. So 3 is a factor of a. Suppose 5 is a factor of a, means a value is 5 into c. 7 is a factor of a, means a value is 7 into c. So here 3 is a factor of a, so that a is equal to 3 into c. Now you can do squaring on both sides. So a square is equal to 3 into c whole square. So a square is equal to 9c square. Already we know that equation 1, already I told you this important. A square is equal to 3b square. So in place of a square I am writing 3b square is equal to 9c square. 3 ones are 3, 3 3s are 9. So b square is equal to 3c square. Okay, from equation 1 here I am substituting a square value is b square. So b 3 is equal to c square. What is meaning of b square by 3? 3 divides b square. Then 3 divides b. So if 3 divides b square, then 3 divides b. So that b 3 is a factor of b. So here it is a contradiction. Contradiction means it is a contradiction. What is contradiction? Because a comma b are having common factor. Why it is contradiction? Because a comma b are common factor 3. So it is wrong. Why it is wrong? So our assumption is wrong. What is your assumption? Root 3 is a rational, but our assumption is wrong, means root 3 is a rational is wrong. Definitely root 3 is irrational. Okay, so you also try to do root 5 and root 7 and root 8. These also irrational numbers. So as it is same process, you should follow this and you will get root 5, root 7, root 8. So definitely you can say that those numbers also irrational. I'm going to third example, that is one more example and a very small example. Example 3 show that 5 plus root 3 is a irrational. 5 plus root 3 is a irrational. Same process. It is irrational numbers we can't say directly, so that let assume that 5 plus root 3 is a rational. So rational number means definitely 5 plus root 3 is equal to a by b. Condition same, a comma b are co-prime. So 5 plus root 3 is equal to a by b. Before we did here squaring on both sides. Here no need, because we need to find root 3 value. So therefore root 3 is equal to a by b minus 5. This plus 5 goes to right side, it becomes minus 5. So root 3 is equal to here I am taking LCM is b, then do cross multiplication. Here denominator b, here is 1, LCM is b. To cross multiplication, 1 into a minus 5 into b, 5b. So root 3 is equal to a square minus root 3 is equal to a minus 5b by b. If you observe this step here, so already we proved here root 3 is irrational, and here is a minus 5b by b. For any values, this symbol is for any value of a comma b, definitely the value a minus 5b by b is a rational, because it is in the form of p by q. It is p by q, so that a minus 5b by b is a rational number. And already we proved that root 3 is irrational. Root 3 is irrational. But here what we get here, irrational number is equal to rational number. Irrational number is never equal to rational. So that but here we got wrong. So root 3 is equal to a minus 5b by b. Irrational is equal to rational. It is contradiction. So our assumption is wrong. What is your assumption? So 5 plus root 3 is a rational is wrong, means 5 plus root 3 is irrational. So students, so this is the proving of irrational numbers, and I hope you people sir understand and see this video